What is up? Happy Monday or whatever day you're watching this. As always, I'm Dave Wonder, and this is Let's Talk Toys. Tonight is a very special night because, yeah, there's toy news, there's AMA, there's all that fun stuff. But tonight, we get to talk to some friggin' amazing folks creating some amazing toys who have also been creating amazing toys forever, which is amazing. With that being said, I'd like to introduce. I don't think I can say his screen name on here without being demonetized, but our friend Adam.
Yeah, I'm Adam Van Wickler, creative director at Gentle Giant Studios. I'm going on my 19th year at Gentle Giant Studios. I make toys for a living, but typically I make toys for other people like Hasbro, Mattel, Diamond, Dark Horse, Jazzwares, everyone else. But yeah, we're doing a Kickstarter trying to make our very own toy line. So that's why we're here.
Thank you for joining us, Adam. Joining us next, dude literally sculpted my childhood, which I feel bad saying because I don't want to be that guy. But it's Mr. Phil Ramirez. How's it going, dude?
I'm Phil Ramirez. I've been making toys since I was about 18 years old. Started off in 1990, working on the Ninja Turtles, and been working for everybody in the industry ever since. I worked with Toy Biz for 15 years, 14 years, did a good amount of their stuff, did about 40% of the Marvel Legends, and I just worked for everybody all the way around. And I've been doing it for a long time.
It's a pleasure to have you on, dude. And then, well, I don't think this dude needs an introduction, but he can give it better than I can. Mr. Jesse Falcon, how's it going, dude?
Hey, how are you? Thanks for having me on tonight. It's a great pleasure to be here. My name's Jesse Falcon. I've been in the toy industry for a long time, 31 years in 2025. Used to work at Toy Biz. I got that job in 94, and I am still there. Still making and designing and developing things in the toy industry for now just about every toy company on the planet. But I'm here today to be the world's biggest cheerleader for the Cursed Dead, a toy line that I'm very excited about.
Heck yeah. Well, welcome aboard, man. Speaking of Kickstarter, the Kickstarter is live right now. I figure we just dive right in. Why not?
It's our 1/12 scale line to go with your 6-inch action figures, super articulated monsters, demons, creatures, some that we basically are taking inspiration from pre-existing stuff that's been out there, and then some that we're creating our own, like the Crankle that is pretty freaking awesome. Base body is the Drinker, which is our name for a vampire because it, drinks blood. But this thing has some of the most bonkers articulation that you could ever expect. I did post some pictures on Instagram the other day of our playable prototype with some like absolutely outlandish poses. But yeah, no, pull up the Instagram because that'll be better because I don't want it falling.
Started the wrong way. Sorry.
But yeah, there you go. It's got crazy articulation going on, especially in the torso. I want this thing to be able to crumple up into a little ball. So articulation is very, very important to us. And this is the base body that the whole Kickstarter is kind of based around. So we have a variety of characters that are basic figures that are at a $40 price point, and they come with multiple sets of hands, a couple heads, but based on the body you see here with different paint jobs. And so this is the Crankle, our Christmas guy, without his soft goods on, with the skull head that he comes with that has an articulated jaw. So you can strip him naked and put the skull head on. I also post an image of him with the skull head on and the Christmas clothes still, but we wanted these to be a little bit more versatile for you guys. So it's like, if you did want more of an army builder kind of skeleton thing, which probably makes more sense for the basic figures, but hey, we included the skull head with everyone except for Dr. Crane. So Dr. Crane is the Fly, because we figure everyone that's going to buy Dr. Crane is going to want to keep Dr. Crane as Dr. Crane, most likely.
I'm not going to lie, man. I saw that. Okay, I'm a big turtle collector. So I was like, oh, hello, Baxter.
Dr. Crane, our Fly, is like the sculpted detail on them. I do have, so We did 2-ups of a lot of the figures when we first showed them off,
Oh,
because we
yeah.
wanted to make sure that, we had a big splash. So I have the 2-up here.
This will not be the size of the figure.
Yeah, the figures are 1 to scale. And now bear with me because it is a painted prototype. The 2-ups are great. And like, honestly, people have been asking us about them and asking about whether or not we would be like interested in producing them as 2-ups. But like some of the gnarly details that Phil got in here.
Gross. That's awesome.
It's crazy. And like, I love, like, this is one that I keep pointing out. That's the remnants of his hand.
That's Brian.
He's like shedded off here. And then he's got a big gnarly foot. So yeah, the Dr. Crane figure is the only one that does not come with multiple hands and the skull head, because this guy actually has the most unique tooling going on.
Yeah.
And we kind of figured that like anyone that buys Dr. Crane is gonna not want to just, strip him naked and put a skull head on him. They're gonna keep him as Dr. Crane. So everyone else in the line that you've seen, so like 8 of the 9 characters come with multiple sets of hands and multiple heads. This is the guy that just Dr. Crane.
I wanted to do the skinny body. I don't see anything like, I've never seen anything like that. If I'm going to do toys, I want to do something that hasn't been done before. So I wanted to do a thin body, which that was first. And then like the design is all the plating and whatnot, so that it could be a bunch of different things depending upon color. But in terms of design, like I just wanted something skinny, something with proportions that were a little weird, something just that didn't look like anything that I've seen around.
Yeah.
If I'm going to do something, I would like, especially if I'm going to design it, I don't want it to look like everything.
It comes through in these sculpts. Like, I mean, there's so much thrown in that it has an eeriness to it that is very classic, but also you did an amazing job of making it realistic in a way that it's a little unnerving.
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
creepy was very important, especially for these little skinny guys.
Yeah,
because there's nothing creepier than like something that's proportions are so frightening.
Well, I love the exploded view, like just because it's also fascinating to me, because you get to see what went into each little piece. This is my favorite accessory, the human flesh mask.
Supposed to be a mask, but in paint it made it like human flesh. That's why the
little more
mustache is falling down.
Oh, okay. When I saw it the first time, I'm like, he skinned Santa.
Yeah. No, he would never skin Santa. He loves Santa.
There we go. Oh, that is much more unnerving.
Yeah. He loves Santa. Krankle is a alien who got really into the lore of Santa Claus, and he decided upon himself to dress like Santa Claus in his deranged way, and he's taken it upon himself to do the one thing that Santa won't ever do, which is stop the kids from trying to stay up late to see him. So if he catches kids trying to catch a look at Santa, he takes them and skins them and puts them on his tree. Eyes as ornaments.
His Krampus ain't got shit on
Krampus.
Yeah.
I wanted to do a deranged, it's basically like Krampus is cool, but I wanted to do something way more deranged.
And it's the beauty of this line is that we actually teased on our Instagram like a couple of years ago Phil's take on Krampus. We're going to do all of these characters that are out there in the world, and Krampus is one of them. Krampus will be built off of the second body. Once we hit our second body after this hopefully gets funded and we make our wave 1 skinny guy body, the next body is the bigger buff body that would be the werewolf and Krampus, and we also teased this awesome looking pig guy back in the day, and then we have a bunch of other characters that are built off of that second body type.
I built 6 other figures for this
that are not in this Kickstarter campaign. High School Creations asked about packaging designs and box art, and it's going to be full color box, like a closed box, but the front flap opens to display a window. So like
Okay.
a lot of the NECA Ultimate figures have it, where it's like it's a closed box but a flap that opens so you can see the figure inside. That's the overall idea for the box. But design wise, Phil, do you want to talk about the differences between the two different types of designs?
Yeah, so the characters are conceptually, there are standalone movies or standalone short horror films. Each character has its own. It's like imagine Tales from the Crypt. You know, everything is a short. So the box art for the characters that aren't demons or aren't from the past will be videotapes, VHS style videotapes. They'll be worn, they'll look cool. And then the same packaging will be for the demons, and the old school monsters will look like old written books.
Oh, okay, that's amazing. So all in all, like, so what are the stretch goal points?
Our goal is at 175, and our first stretch goal is at 250, and our second stretch goal is at 300. Both of our stretch goals have unique sculpted parts. They will be their own SKU, which at our factory means that we have to hit minimum order quantities with these new characters. So that is why they are set at these prices. You know, what if we go above and beyond this, I do have other potentially smaller stretch goals that won't be set at like such high tiers that we can hit. So like, you know, let's see how it goes. Yeah. Both of the characters that are in the stretch goals, we have not shown them anywhere else yet, but they're both like awesome. I think the first stretch goal is like up there is one of my favorite figures. Like Wendigo is like probably my favorite of what we have on the main page. And you know, Wendigo we have shown a little bit, but like he's got like his big crazy deer skull helmet. Freaking look at his creepy white eyes that you could see through the helmet too. Like
that's wild.
Literally love this guy. So he comes with multiple sets of hands, the crazy zombie-esque Wendigo helmet, the head, and then the deer skull helmet. He comes also with an articulated jaw skull head and multiple sets of hands, and then
I haven't seen the
Whoa.
So, hold on, let me see if I can.
It's a dead chewed up arm.
Chew toy.
Yep.
Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah, really gross that he can just gnaw on, or he can use to club other action figures. But yeah, so yeah, Wendigo is probably my favorite.
That's amazing.
There's a bigger story. There's a bigger story if we continue with it. As of right now, every character is meant to be of its own story. Every episode of the horror anthology is one of these characters. It tells their story. They are all monsters. They are all different kinds of monsters. Each one is a different individual story. And at the end, if it keeps going, it'll all wrap into one kind of thing. But as of right now, it's an anthology idea of monsters, and each one has their own story. Each one of these could be its own B movie or horror movie. And that's kind of where we always came from.
We actually have some more questions. Jamie Lynn says, Adam, would you mind holding Wendigo next to Odious? Please. I was reading the question.
Woo. How's that for service? So I will say this though, our figures are at 100 because these are all prototypes, guys. So they're at 104%. So they are going to have potentially 4% shrink in production, which could be up to like a quarter of an inch. So that it's not necessarily going to be the full 4%, but they will likely be a little bit smaller than what they are here. So we're the Kickstarter closes Saturday, February 1st. So we went January 1st to February 1st.
Yeah, you guys will have to come back on again soon because there's still a couple weeks left. So you guys can come on anytime you'd like, any stream you'd like. With that being said, I'll sign off here. As always, folks, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. You know where to find me. Go find these guys on the internet. Not in person. That's weird. But until next time, folks, I'll just sign off as usual. Be good. Be kind. Much love from Minnesota.
Thank you for having us.
Everybody. Peace.
Thank you.
Go back to the damn Kickstarter now. Ooh, balloons.